Hello friends, 310 days of war. Despite massive air attacks on Ukrainian targets with the help of 85 missiles, 35 airstrikes and more than 60 MLRS, the war zone in north, south and east witnessed no major changes. The areas attacked are basically Ternopil, Ivano-Frankivsk, industrial enterprises in Kiev, Lviv, Vinnytsia, Zhytomyr, Odessa, Kharkov, Nikolaev, Dnipropetrovsk and others. These missile attacks are said to be the biggest one since 10th October when they started. Power generations and supplies were hit, and Lviv, one of the worst hit, was down by 90%. Before we see the specifics from the war zones, let us see this particular news seemingly nothing to do with the war that is happening in Ukraine. This is from Save the Children. Number of people facing extreme hunger has risen by 57% and has increased to 25.3 million in last 3 years. Afghanistan, Yemen, African nations being the worst hit. And Peru's Supreme Court of Justice rejected ex-president Pedro Castillo's appeal and upheld decision to keep him in pre-trial detention for 18 months. This is the end of the people's elected leader, and now a pro-US imperialist regime has been installed, and after 18 months what will happen we don't know. Do you remember such thing happened in Brazil, where the outgoing president in his tenure only in 4 years approximately 80 billion US dollar worth assets were shifted to USA from Brazil. Okay, starting from Eastern War Zone, Aristovich, the advisor to head of Zelensky's office, has said that serious losses of Ukrainian troops in battles of Bakhmut and Soledar taking place. ISW says that Russian forces are continuing their pressure on Avdiivka and Bakhmut, and in coming time it seems that these attacks will increase. Various sources and information says that the Bakhmut command is under the Americans. Yes, and Russia is fighting against the American command. Few of the informations: the detachment of experienced foreign mercenaries are commanded directly by US military, which includes basically from USA, Poland, UK, Canada and other 30 countries. Italian newspaper Repubblica posted a video on Monday from Bakhmut given by one of the volunteers fighting there, where the soldiers were shouting in Italian and English, not in Ukrainian language. And this particular magazine says there is no front line, specific front line where we see generally in the war zones, but every building can turn into a trap. He's talking about the Ukrainian defense line. Russian MOD has said that more than 2,500 mercenaries already killed, and most of them are Poles, Romanians, UK as I have said. To be specific, 409 from USA, 270 from Canada. Include them with the wounded and those who are still fighting. It is expected that tens of thousands of these NATO trained and NATO soldiers are in Bakhmut and rest of Donbass. This newspaper estimates that 50 to 60,000 Ukrainian plus mercenaries are surrounded in Donbass awaiting termination, and US, European Union, they are gripped with Russophobia. While in North Crimea, Swatovo saw exchange of artillery as well as offensive and no changes. Similarly happened in south in Zaporizhia. Both the sides tried to probe each other with offensives. An extreme senseless war to preserve the hegemony of imperialist powers and which has converted the globe into a prison and degradation of climate, and we are watching helplessly. Thank you.